Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to sort of build the deck, I guess. This isn't a full build, like the frame is already here. I'm just doing some repairs to it and then putting new deck boards on. So I know I didn't get a chance to film the deck on the passive house, but this one's going to be fairly similar. So yeah, I'll kind of get a chance to show you guys some decking. So first thing I'm going to do is start with the border. Well, actually the first thing I did was break this flashing and put it on. But I'll start with the border pieces. So I snapped my lines already square. So I'll cut and miter those. Okay, so typical me kind of neglecting to film, but this is basically what's going on here. I got the border all kind of figured out. I tend not to film when I don't know what I'm doing. So now that I got this kind of figured, and I'm just going on to deck boards now, I'll be able to show you a little bit. So I decided to do it in two sections. Reason being is that I don't particularly like joints or splices, you know, they can lift and be uneven and stuff. So I just decided to go with this style. I think it looks a lot cleaner. Then you don't have a big joint on the front. You have nice miters everywhere. And I've seen sectional decks like this before and they look pretty good. It's kind of a more modern, more sophisticated look. But I think it's looking pretty good with that kind of warm wood color look against the black. And then, yeah, the stairs are going to be a whole nother ordeal to figure out. I don't know what they got going on here. I may just have to rebuild this with proper stringers, and that one, it's all fallen down there. So that's going to take a bit of figuring, but for now I'll just focus on getting the deck boards done and having that looking good. All right, so I got my next piece measured out here, frozen together. Hate working in winter. Line that up square on the fence. Find the good side of the board, which looks like this side's a bit nicer. And it's sort of unfortunate because sometimes the best side of the board is the one with these stamps on them. But there's not much you can do about that. They'll fade and everything, so... And they're really not that noticeable unless you're looking for them. So I got this tool. This is for torquing the boards, but they're all pretty straight. So I just space it with my speed square. Go to the other end, and I think I've always wanted to buy a track saw. So I think I'm just gonna break down and buy one once I get paid for some of these jobs, and then cut these reveals all nice. Like, I'm doing okay here, but this one's a little big, and I don't know, when you're cutting boards this long, it's hard to get them, you know, within a 30-second. Oh, I just torqued that too far. Just because they hang over the end of the saw and pull so much. But when you have nice, even reveals, then it looks really good. So yeah, then I just throw my speed square in there. And if it's a little loose, I'll just throw this on it. Torque it tight, And then, I don't know how the camera will show this. I'm seeing it good with my eyes, but I don't know where the camera's pointing, but it's all really straight. Yeah, if you take the time to snap a line for the first one, and that's why I'm kind of doing these panels at the same time, is so I can keep them in line. Because, you know, these boards could be a 30-second difference in thickness or whatever, and, you know, after a few of those, you know, you add up to an 1/8 or whatever, so best to just keep an eye on it, and then you can tweak your reveal to keep them in line. Not that anyone would probably notice, but it's just good practice. If you get the practice doing it, then you can work for clients who are super picky and who will notice. Yeah, and then it basically just keeps on going like this. Fairly long, tedious process. This one bows out a lot. I'm having to torque it on every single one pretty much. Ooh. That's not cool. Now it gets tight. Okay, it doesn't look like I'll need this anymore. Yeah, and I usually sink the screws just a little bit. That is tight. Not too much, but just enough so you can get them out if you need to. Gloves. And then this one, I just kind of have to angle them a bit. I don't want to put them too close to the end or it'll split the board. So yeah, that's basically the process. Alright, so it looks like this last board is going to be just about perfect if I go to the actual foundation and not the parging. So I think what I'm going to do is just throw the diamond wheel on the angle grinder and just cut this parging back a bit, and then I should be able to slip a full board in there and it'll kind of tuck up underneath because this stuff's kind of falling off anyways, so might as well get it under there and not push it up against, because it's all uneven and there'd be big gaps and stuff. But the foundations should be perfectly straight, so that's what we'll attempt. All right, so back to filming quickly. I got the majority of the decking all done. It's just these steps. I went and grabbed some treated plywood this morning and just kind of played with the rise and run and got them close, like within a ½ inch of each other. Like this bottom one's goofy just because they poured concrete up to it, but the second, third, and fourth are all within a ½ inch, so that's close enough. You can't tell when you're walking up and down, but I just went back and broke those metal pieces, and those will go on there as well. So I think the black will look really good up along the stairs. Just kind of tie everything in with that black definition. Should look pretty cool. All right, so I got all that metal on and just kind of getting a start on the stairs here. I wanted to do it like this because it won't be a full 2 boards, so this way the last cut one will look a little bit less conspicuous, I think. And then yeah, that's kind of a look at it from the ground level. I like how the colors change there. It makes it a little easier to see the steps if it's darker out or whatever. But yeah, going good. All right, well, this is the finished product on the deck. Nice mitered stairs. Just because those had to be cut, I thought that would look a little better. Usually I don't do a border if it's bound by something like a wall or whatever else, but I don't know, with stairs it looks okay. Like you can see I just ran the boards wild into the wall there, but yeah, doesn't look too bad. This green I'm not really too happy with. I'm kind of hoping that that'll bleed out over time, but yeah, looks pretty good. Well, that's it for the deck build. I hope you sort of got something out of that. I know it was a shorter video, but that was kind of a fun one because I could kind of get creative on it and kind of experiment a little bit, so that was fun. But I'm basically just on Christmas holidays now. I am gonna squeeze in an insulation job, like a blow-in attic job, in between Christmas and New Year's, so I'll film that one because that'll be something a little more interesting. If you watched Passive House episode like 15, I think it might have been, that's when we insulated the attic, so it'll be similar to that. So yeah, it should be fun. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out all the links in the description and stay healthy, everyone.